Today is Earth Day, but don't expect to be hearing that from certain members of Congress.
You know, if you own the land, every day's Earth Day.
Madam Speaker, I rise today on Earth Day to introduce legislation that will clean up a significant environmental problem in southern Utah.
The fact is, as we approach Earth Day and we celebrate a much cleaner environment for America.
This is has been Earth Day this week, and Earth Week, people talk about saving the environment.
There was a time when Republicans, even ones who fought against environmental regulation, paid at least a little lip service to Earth Day.
Let me compliment the House of Representatives on this Earth Day 1999 on a bipartisan basis.
Those days are over. In fact, according to a search of the congressional record by the Sunlight Foundation, Republicans in Congress haven't uttered the words Earth Day since Senator Lamar Alexander said it in 2010.
Mr. President, today is Earth Day.
And that's just a small glimpse of a much larger and more dangerous trend. The Republican Party marching backwards on the environment and climate change. Because it wasn't always this way. As far back as 1988, Republican vice presidential nominee Dan Quayle promised a Republican ticket would deal with the dangers of climate change.
The greenhouse effect is an important environmental issue. It is important for us to get the data in to see what alternatives we might have to the fossil fuels.
The next year, Congressman Newt Gingrich co-sponsored the Global Warming Prevention Act that warned the Earth's atmosphere is being changed at an unprecedented rate by pollutants resulting from human activities. George H.W. Bush signed the UN framework to prevent further global warming, promised U.S. leadership.
We all know that human activities are changing the atmosphere in unexpected and in unprecedented ways.
In 2003, then Governor of Massachusetts Mitt Romney wrote that power plant pollution is harming the climate and hailed Massachusetts as the first state to enact a cap on CO2. Even George W. Bush said that humans were causing climate change.
Listen, I recognize that the surface of the Earth is warmer, and that an increase in greenhouse gases caused by humans is contributing to the problem.
And by 2008, the GOP platform called for the party to address the risk of climate change based on sound science. John McCain dedicated an entire speech to the topic.
The facts of global warming demand our urgent attention, especially in Washington.
Addressing climate change was genuinely a bipartisan issue.
We don't always see eye to eye, do we, Newt?
No, but we do agree our country must take action to address climate change.
And then Barack Obama was elected, and the Republican Party started running backwards, trying to override the president to speed up offshore drilling, fighting Democrats on cap and trade and basic EPA regulations, even uniting against light bulb standards championed by George W. Bush.
There should be some self-examination from the administration on the idea that you favor a woman's right to an abortion, but you don't favor a woman or a man's right to choose what kind of light bulb.
With Obama as president, Republicans no longer had the guts to say the very obvious truth. The world is warming because of human activity.
My view is that we don't know what's causing climate change on this planet.
I actually don't know whether global warming is occurring. The vast majority of the National Academy of Science says it is. A minority says it is not.
Climate's always changing. That's not the fundamental question. The fundamental question is whether man-made activity is what's contributing most to it.
The question is why. There's a lot of possible answers. This 2013 headline could have something to do with it. Because as the great Upton Sinclair once said, it is difficult to get a man to understand something when his salary depends on his not understanding it.